Fire your clients. Yes, I said that. Really. Fire your clients, and I actually mean it. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Clients are like God. Of course they are. They are the sole cause that makes a business run. In fact, as a corporate trainer, I go about preaching and teaching about customer service and customer delight. I speak volumes about how important it is to respect your clients, to show them that you value them, to give them the best service at the best prices in the most efficient manner possible so that they keep coming back to you for more and more. However, haven't each one of us sometimes in our lives encountered clients from hell? Those that keep on giving you trouble, those that don't really appreciate your work but instead keep on demoralizing you and pulling you down. These are clients that are extremely hard to please and manage to pull out all the negatives and all the faults out of everything you do. In such a case, unfortunately, if you have encountered a client from hell, well, you need to fire them, and now I'm going to tell you how. But haven't we all met clients from hell? Those that give us trouble without any reason at all sometimes? Those that are so hard to please? Well, in case you encounter one of these clients, please remember, fire them immediately. Because if your business needs to scale up, you need to start focusing on your area of expertise. You need to start focusing on loyal clients who keep on giving you business rather than the ones who pull you down and are all negative and extremely difficult to satisfy. Remember, if they are costing you your peace of mind, they are too expensive. So, let's now talk about what kind of clients to fire and how to do it. You can't exactly go about firing every client who expresses their dissatisfaction or gives you negative feedback. Absolutely not. In fact, feedback is what helps your business grow, and your job as a business owner or as a customer service provider is to ensure that that negative feedback turns into positive feedback. So on what basis do you choose which clients to fire and which clients to retain? I've enlisted a few points that are going to make this choice simpler for you. Number one, the 80-20 rule. In any business, any organization, it's true that 20% of the total clients contribute to 80% of the turnover, and 80% of the remaining clients contribute to just around 20%. This number may go up and down a bit, but it sort of remains the same. This is also called the Pareto's principle. However, I've also found another thing to be true. 80% of the clients give you 20% of the headache, and 20% of the remaining clients give you 80% of the headache. These are the ones that make unreasonable demands. These are the ones who keep on harassing you, asking you for discounts, asking you for promos, asking you for all sorts of freebies and other things, and then go and give the business to somebody else. These are the clients that need to be fired, because ultimately, working is not just about making money, it's also about satisfaction and joy, and working with these clients generally robs you of both. So please remember, try and optimize so that you're continuously working with the better 20% of the clients that give you the most satisfaction, that give you 80% of the satisfaction, joy and money, so that you have a pool of people to work with, and fire the bottom 20% that give you the most amount of unreasonable pain. Number two, the ones that kill the vibe. Every organization, every company has a vibe. It's a culture. It's almost like a set of unspoken rules that everybody abides by. If a client is always trying to butcher or to kill your vibe, if somebody is trying to spoil the sacred culture of your company, fire them right away, because your vibe is extremely important and it needs to be protected. Let me give you a couple of examples. There are two things that are extremely important in my own organization. Number one, punctuality, being on time, respecting somebody else's time, and number two, transparency and honesty. I once had a client who consistently showed up late on 3 occasions. At the end of the day, I had no choice but to fire him, because I didn't want everybody in my organization to believe that being late was tolerable. And because this was diluting the vibe and the culture of my company, I fired the client. Another instance is, we really treasure transparency and honesty a lot. One day, a lady got in touch with me for coaching. I quoted my prices to her. After a point, she called back and she said it was expensive. 2 minutes later, in front of me, she called up my assistant and she asked if she knew of somebody else who could coach her. I found this extremely unethical, because asking my assistant for a replacement for me, honestly to me, felt really strange. I fired the client in the sense that she never heard back from either my assistant or me ever again. So, remember, clients that go against the culture or the vibe of your company need to be fired because your vibe has to be protected. It's sacred. Number 3, clients that demotivate your team. I've heard of many instances in organizations and banks where clients come in and while they're complaining about something that they might be dissatisfied by, they go ahead and they demotivate your team. Either they're rude, they're extremely unreasonable, or they start getting personal and calling names. Now, complaining about bad service is okay, but pulling somebody's morale down, making somebody feel horrible about themselves, creating personal attacks is absolutely not. While as a trainer, I go out there and I speak to customer service representatives and tell them exactly how to deal with such attacks, I understand the pain that somebody goes through in that position where they are being attacked personally for something that they may or may not have had a role to play in. So, if a client is continuously being unreasonable and attacking your team, they are pulling the morale of your team down. Think about it. Weigh out the business they give you versus the morale that you have to support and see whether you truly want to keep them as your clients or not. If not, fire them. So now that we've understood the basis on which you can choose to filter your clients, let's understand how we can actually go about firing the ones we want to. Number 1, directly. This method is best if you're very clear and transparent and direct with your clients. Let me give you an example. Until a few years ago, I was also a professional photographer. Recently, people started getting back in touch with me again for photography. While I'm not firing them because I don't like them, it's just that I don't provide this service anymore. And very politely, I conveyed the same to them. This, however, also gave me a cue. Sometimes, when I find and I come across clients that I want to fire, I tell them that a particular part of the service that they want, I don't provide. I don't bend head over heels trying to provide services to them and trying to make them extremely satisfied and happy. Sometimes, because of this, they don't come back to me because I tell them directly that I cannot meet their unreasonable demands, and in a way, I have then fired those clients. Number 2, indirectly. This is a more subtle way, and this is the one that I use more often, I think. I had a client who cancelled 3 Zoom meetings with me in the last moment. The 4th time when he requested a meeting, my team very politely told him that I was really busy that day. And the 5th time, and the 6th time, and the 7th time. He never got back in touch with us again because I'm hoping he received the message. Sometimes there is no choice but to politely ignore a client that's giving you a lot of pain in the long run. So, while it is never an easy choice, it is often very important to fire certain clients. Clients who are costing you your peace of mind are way too expensive. Clients that are destroying the vibe of the company, clients that are pulling the morale of your employees down, and clients that are giving you a lot of pain and very little business to offset that should be fired immediately. I hope you can come to terms with this. I hope you can work out your internal mechanism to filter out the clients, and while it's never going to be an easy choice, if you do it well enough, you will find yourself a lot more satisfied with what you do.